Hello friends, in this video I will be talking about how to write an introduction for any essay. Right, now what happens, the most important part and another thing, the most tricky also, that is how to start an introduction. When you get a topic in front of you, essay topic, you read it out, you try to understand it, but now you are not sure how to write it down. Okay, so in this video specifically I'll be focusing only and only on the introduction, how you can write introduction for 7 band or 8 band, right? So there are a few things that you always need to keep in mind while you are writing an introduction. The very first is your introduction should be the mirror image of question statement. So when I say the mirror image is what? Whatever is there in the question, exactly you need to write the same thing in the introduction. If someone has not read the question statement and reading your introduction, so he or she should understand what do you want to say in that, in the essay afterwards, right? So mirror image means exactly the same thing, your question should be reflected from your introduction. That is the most important part. The next is always modify or rephrase the statement. Modify or rephrase the statement is another thing that is the most important one, because IELTS examiner, they are going to check your English proficiency level. If you are good in English, if you are expert in English, means you can modify a sentence in whatever the possible way you know. Okay, if you are writing exactly the same thing, writing exactly the same means you do not know how to modify it and you will be getting lower score, right? But if you want to gain higher, if you are aiming for scoring 7 band, 8 band, right? So what means you really have to modify the statement in the best possible manner, and modification doesn't only mean just changing the vocabulary word. So sometimes what happens, if you are only switching to the synonyms, right? So it helps, but to a limited extent. Okay, but you need to modify it, you need to rephrase it in the other ways. How you can rephrase, that also will be taking in the today's video. The next is never include any new idea. Now what I have seen, like most of the students, what they usually do, they keep on adding up new ideas in the introduction and they just make it quite a longer one, a bulky, right? But no, that is a very wrong strategy. If you want to write an introduction, just keep in mind, never add anything from your own side. Okay, nothing new. It is just whatever you have got, you just need to modify it. Understand whatever is the requirement of the topic, modify it and put it there. Another thing is you can definitely compare it with past. If you are not getting how to start it, so the best possible way is you can compare it from the past. What used to be the case in the past and what is happening these days. Keep precise, not elaborated one. So you need to be quite precise with your introduction. You can write 2 to 3 sentences only. Maximum your introduction should be of 3 sentences. If you are writing more than 3 sentences, means you are somewhere deviating the things or you are just extending it unnecessarily. So it might somewhere bring your score down, right? So how you can plan your 2 to 3 statement that you want to write? So the best possible method is to have these 3 sentences in the introduction. The first is a general statement. After general, you should take the topic statement and thesis statement. So when I talk about general statement, what exactly is the general statement is introduce the central idea or compare with past. So you have 2 things. Either you introduce the central idea or you need to compare the situation with past. How to utilize or how to compare with past, that also I will be taking in today's video. Second is you need to rephrase the question statement, and the thesis one is you need to either state your opinion, whether like you agree or disagree, like I agree with the statement, I disagree, whatever your opinion would be. And if there is no requirement of giving your opinion, at that time you can just write the content of the task. Content means if the topic requires you to give benefits and drawbacks, that could be there in the introduction. Like in the following paragraph, I'll be sharing advantages and disadvantages. If it is about reasons and solutions, so whatever is the requirement of the topic, that should be written down in the introduction itself. So keep in mind, introduction should be of 3 sentences: general, topic and thesis. In general, you need to modify the statement. Topic, you need to rephrase the question. Third is the thesis one, where you need to give your own opinion. So here, just to make it more clear, I have taken one sample question and the introduction that I have framed for you. So the topic is fast food is affecting lifestyle of people. Why do you think it happens and what can be done to overcome this issue? So the best strategy to tackle the question is, the very first, find out the central idea. So the central idea of the topic is fast food. Throughout the topic, we will be talking about fast food only, whether it is introduction, it is your body paragraph 1, 2, 3 or conclusion. But every time there is one thing that is going to be hovering around your essay, that would be fast food. So fast food is a central idea. Whenever you want to start your introduction, you can always start from fast food. You can give a very beautiful sentence related to that. Then they are asking the reasons and solutions. So that is a problem type 4 essay where we need to discuss reasons and solution. Okay, so what I have made here is, I have just compared this statement or the situation with past. So I have started, gone are the days. Gone are the days means these days have gone now, these are not available, when people used to be dependent on homemade food only. Okay, I just try to keep it a little simple so that you can understand it. If I try to make it more complicated by using quite advanced vocabulary word, you might not understand the concept of me making this video, right? So gone are the days when people used to. Used to is another expression that we use for past tense. Okay, so used to be dependent on homemade food only. Of late. Of late means recently. Whenever you want to say recently, these days or nowadays, you can write of late fast food has gained tremendous popularity. Here you need to write however also. Okay, so however, because you are just giving a contrast here. However, of late fast food has gained tremendous popularity, huge popularity, thus affecting the lifestyle of individuals, right? So here I didn't change a lot. As I told you, the main purpose is how to frame it, right? So the following paragraphs would shed light. Would shed light on what? Would shed light on the reasons and the possible solutions or remedies. Okay, so in that way, whenever you get a topic, the best possible idea is you can very well start from gone are the days, that used to be the case, recently, of late, this is what is happening, or in the following paragraphs, in the upcoming paragraphs, I will be discussing this. Okay, so this is the easiest way when you can write your introduction, that too again the customized one. You need to learn it, you need not learn it from anywhere. And another thing is that whatever you will be writing, that would be straight away hitting to the topic. So it will always be the relevant introduction. You need not bother about that you have written some irrelevant. That is happening in the case of most of the students. Okay, so I hope this video will help you and will clear your doubts how to write an introduction. So keep watching. All the best.